Hey everyone. All right, today we are going to be talking just very quickly a quick reminder about verb tense, especially when it comes to when you're writing and then also when you're maybe taking a test. So, verb tense should remain consistent. That means the same throughout a sentence, paragraph, or a passage. So if you're telling a story in the past, all of your verbs should be in the past. If you're telling a story that's happening now, all of your verbs should be present tense. So you can sometimes check verb tense and decide what it should be according to the other verbs in the sentence. For example, my mom jumped the waves as she skied behind the jet boat. Both of those verbs are past tense, jumped and skied. Past tense verbs are usually pretty easy to pick up on because they end in D or ED. If one is past tense, like jumped, then the other verbs in the sentence will probably be past tense as well. So as you write, make sure that if you start in one tense, you remain in that tense. For example, Jennifer was laughing at the kid who fell down the stairs and it made me mad. All of these are past tense. Was, fell, made. Don't get confused. Laughing is not present tense. Was is what makes it past. However, if the example said Jennifer laughs at the kid who fell down the stairs and it made me mad, that would be incorrect because laughs needs to be laughed or was laughing. Because it feels odd that she's presently laughing about something that happened already and it already made me mad. So be very careful as you're writing or as you're looking, say, on a test to make sure that they're not tricking you with that. So this is a common way that you might be tested about verb tense, is making sure that all the verbs in the sentence actually agree in tense. My dad climbs out of the boat while everyone stood there and held their breath. So your choices, usually this sentence would be in some sort of passage, and then your choices might look like this. Change dad with a lowercase to dad capitalized, climbs to climbed, present tense to past tense, THEIR to THEY', or change breath to breathe. So what did you choose? Look below, and I'm going to tell you why each answer is right or wrong. So there's our sentence again. My dad climbs out of the boat while everyone stood there and held their breath. This is wrong. Change dad to a capital because I can't substitute a name for dad. I wouldn't say my Jerry. That my in front of it means I'm probably not going to capitalize whatever family name comes after it. Change climbs to climbed. This is right because the other verbs stood right here and held are both past tense ending in D or ED. So because two of the three are past tense, it probably means this one needs to be past tense as well. Change their THEIR to THEY'. This is wrong because THEY' means they are, and their THEIR right here means ownership, and they're owning their breath. The breath belongs to them. And change breath to breathe. This is actually a pretty common answer choice that they try to trick you with. It's wrong because breath, BREATH, is a noun. It's a thing. And breathe, with an E on the end, is a verb. It's an action. It's what you do. So even on this one, be very careful if you see a choice like this. Because they're both words, so they're both in the dictionary, but they are two different uses of the word. So again, back to it. The answer is climbs, change climbs to climbed, because our other two verbs in the sentence are past tense. But anytime you take a test, this is the kind of proof that you should have on every single choice. Let's try one more. In the sentence below, what change should be made? My parents have become more tolerant than their parents were when they were young. Change tolerant to a different spelling of tolerant. Change there to there. Change became to become. Or no changes needed. So think about that. Make your choice. Were you right? Well, it's not change the spelling of tolerant because this one is not even a word. Remember, you can use your dictionary on spelling questions. You should never miss a spelling question like that. This is obviously not a real word. Change there to there. This is wrong because THERE is a location and THEIR is possessive. It means that the parents belong to them. Change became to become. This is actually right because become is the past participle version of become, while became is just the past tense. Right here in front of became, we have this word have. If you have a have, has, or had in front of the verb, it means it's probably past participle. And when we attacked a verb tense the very first time, you should have in your notes a past participle chart that you should be able to use and think about when you are working. And then the last choice is wrong, and this is actually a dangerous choice. No changes needed. This whole STAR test is about editing and revising, which means making changes. So you should never choose it more than once per test, and only choose it if you're absolutely sure the other three are not right. If you cannot, with proof, not it looks right, sounds right, like that's the kind of proof I'm talking about. If you can't disprove the other three, don't choose this. It's probably one of the other three. No changes needed. I always recommend don't choose it more than once per test. And only if you're absolutely 100% positive sure that the other three are not the correct choice. All right, now you're going to try. We've got a few questions on the end of this Edpuzzle video. Make sure to play the video all the way through to the end and submit so you can get your final grade.